Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And I'm talking about healing from PTSD today, right? There are some tools on this channel. In my program Sovereign, I take you through a sequence, and I've been so nervous about saying this because I know it clears PTSD. I had such terrible PTSD in my body, right? Where I couldn't really rest, and it felt like daggers. Like literally it was physical. It was so physical, like in terms of the panic, the amount of adrenaline I had, the like fright, and like I just couldn't rest. Like if I fell asleep, it would be for an hour. I wished I could sleep the whole night. I couldn't sleep the whole night. It was like daggers through my body. It was so physical. It was so not coming from my mind, right? And I channeled some work during that time that literally saved my life. I put that sequence into Sovereign. I've also shared, and I am going to continue to share as much as I can on here. It scares me sometimes because I know that like some of you are in, I don't want to make that claim. Honestly, I don't. Because like I'm taking people that are vulnerable, and I'm not wanting to, I take that responsibility really, really seriously. It weighs heavy on my heart. I'm so happy, right, how many subscribers we are on this channel, but I'm not an extrovert by nature. I'm a complete introvert, and I take every person really seriously. The fact that you would believe in me and trust in me and want to be here and believe in this work. I have done it with people over and over again, and it does work. They're doing brave things, they're changing their energy. I know that PTSD is something on the body and the energy field, not the mind. I know why therapy is not working for you. I know that my approach is an energetic and emotional one. I know there are people here that have been through my program. And I also take it really seriously that like, I'm not trying to gaslight anyone or make them believe in something that seems unbelievable. I did a lot of study into how and why it worked, and I've put that together with what I also channeled and what also saved my life. And the first thing to know is that you can't solve a feeling energy problem with a thinking one. PTSD is on the level of the body. Your body is getting triggered, and that trigger of like what's going on in your environment or whatever is triggering you is making your thinking distorted, right? That's PTSD. That you're back in the situation you were in that was too hard for you to deal with. And so you made a very strong energetic decision, like not to go forward. You make these very strong energetic decisions until you clear your energy, that you can't go forward, like what your life's like, how it gets to be for you, who you are, what you get to do, be and have, basically in those moments subconsciously. When I help you clear your energy field, you free up your life. You start doing things that are aligned with you. I know I'm meant to do this, so like I'm going to say it as it is, which is that it does work. What I'm saying works, what I teach you works, that sequence works. The reason I sell it in that program is because it puts you in a container where you're supported and you go through a particular sequence, and I want to do that guided with people. I couldn't just put it out without that kind of support and without it being in that environment. I know that it would get fragmented and lost, and it wouldn't work as well. But I also know that the things out there that are dealing with PTSD are not working because they're dealing with it intellectually, not energetically. It's in your energy body. It's in your emotional body, right? So we've got to unclog the emotions so that you can start processing emotions well, and then you can be energetically free. And then you're just going to literally process and release like as you were meant to, naturally and easily, because all PTSD is like stuck consciousness, stuck emotions. Like it's just everything's got locked in your system, so you're not clearing it through. That's what it is, right? It affects your thinking, It affects it affects your goals, it affects the way you show up, it affects everything, but it's an energetic and emotional problem. It's not an intellectual one. Going to therapy and talking about it over and over again will not solve it. You can't solve something that's a feeling problem on a thinking level. You've got to solve it in the energetic field. And when you free it up there, you're completely free to start thinking different. In fact, you'll naturally think differently. If you're around narcissists, there are people around you that want to keep trauma bonding you and keep you stuck and keep triggering that PTSD in you. It's an energetic and emotional issue. It's actually way simpler to resolve than you would think, right? But it's got to be dealt with there. So there are tools on the channel to help you with it. I do have a system that breaks you free of it. I know what it felt like for me. Like, honestly, I was gasping for air sometimes. I could not sleep. It was just so bad, like in my body. The trauma was so intense for me. And I didn't solve that intellectually. I solved it energetically and emotionally. I channeled something and I downloaded something and I put the two together. Like what I knew intellectually, I was looking for answers, and I also channeled something that works. But it's got to be on the energetic level. It's got to be on the emotional and energetic level that we start with, right? And then you're free. So if you want to join Sovereign, you can for May. There are also tools on this channel. I'm going to keep doing energy clearings. I'm going to keep doing things that I know work because they worked for me, and I know where it is. You're thinking, you're ruminating, you're going round and round and round in your head does not solve PTSD. It makes it absolutely worse because you're in a stuck consciousness. And the only way to break it is to get out of your thinking, get into your feelings, release what's stuck, release what's trapped, release the complete clogged pipes. It's like a clogged pipe issue. And when you do that, you start flowing again. You start flowing into creativity, you start flowing into imagination, you start flowing into ideas, you start flowing into possibility that you could have a better life. I'm really appreciative of everyone here, and I take it really seriously as a big responsibility. I was in a state where I didn't believe in anything anymore, and honestly, I didn't need anyone to put me through a ringer of lies or any kind of manipulation and make you believe in something that didn't work. What I'm saying does work, and it takes me a lot of courage to put it out there because I've had people do horrible things to me, like try and steal my work, try and whatever. That's irrelevant. I'm not even going to give it the energy. But I wouldn't say it if I didn't know it. So if all you can do right now is listen to these videos, they will elevate your consciousness. I've got clearings on here. I've got transmissions on here. They will work for you. And if you come into the Sovereign program, it will clear your PTSD and you will start seeing a better future for yourself. And if you put that work into practice, it will change your life. There's absolutely no doubt. My life is so dramatically different, so massively different. I'm only asking you to do what I did. I'm only giving you the things that changed my life, right? And I know that works. And I'm not doing it from a place of trying to... I'm doing it from a pure place because I know what it means to take people's hopes in things. You know what I mean? Where I know what it means to earn people's trust. That's what I wanted to share with you, my loves. The soul searching, thank you for being on the journey with me. Please listen to what I'm saying to you. It will change your life. Just the energy of it will shift your consciousness. Some of us are on the planet with different gifts. I've got different gifts. I know it. And it does work. It does work. But it's kind of brave to sometimes say it and to really stand by it, right? It's not, for me, it's like, I know what it means. I know what it means to take people's vulnerabilities. I know what it means to ask them to trust me. I know what it means. I know where I was. I know how important it is. I promise you, every single person that comes into my world is very important to me. I take it really seriously. It sits on my heart massively. I wouldn't lead anyone astray. What I'm saying works. And and it's a little bit different to the mainstream. It still works. It works much better than all the rubbish that's out there. There's so much rubbish out there. Sometimes it makes me angry when I see how much gaslighting, how much absolute rubbish is being said about things. It makes me angry that people are going to therapy and are wondering what's wrong with them before they're noticing what's wrong with the narcissist. You go to therapy and you're supposed to work on your codependency and everything wrong with you, when actually all you needed to see was what was wrong with them. That every time someone sucks your energy, drains your life force, this is so important on this planet. We're not taught to respect our energy. We're not taught what it means. It's massive. It's massive. When you give your energy to something, right, it's huge. It's like part of your essence. And you could use that energy to create your life. You could use it to create abundance. You could use it to create your dreams. I can show you how to do that too. I think that's probably what I wanted to say. But like, if you're here, I think you'll get me. And I appreciate you. Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.